on Southwest Florida's #1 source for local news. Live, NBC2 News at 6.
Florida schools are now legally required to know as much as they can about people who visit and do business on school campuses.
Tonight, NBC2's Jason Farrell has an exclusive look at new technology on its way to local schools. It is a system that might be a child's next line of defense against a sex offender.
It's a shocking act of violence against a child that new technology may one day prevent. In March, 9-year-old Jessica Lunsford was kidnapped, sexually assaulted, and murdered near her Citrus County, Florida home. Convicted sex offender John Cooey, who once worked at Lunsford's school, charged with the crime. In response, Florida Governor Jeb Bush signed the Jessica Lunsford Act to strengthen punishment and monitoring of child sex abusers. And with a swipe of a driver's license, the Raptor identification system could help schools monitor who is on campus by giving them access to sexual offender databases across the country. Creator Alan Meesum gets emotional when talking about how he came up with the idea.
I had a close friend for 30 years, it turned out. Who was molesting a stepdaughter for 8 years. It affected me greatly.
Meesum admits his product isn't foolproof. The ID system only has access to offender databases in 43 states, and he says some state governments are slow in updating them.
It's not that we would have saved that child's life, but they would have known who that gentleman was on that campus at that time.
Right now, Florida school districts are waiting to see how protecting students on campus will be outlined in the Lunsford Act. But Collier School Services Director Russell Kluge is wasting no time to get Raptor on every campus.
We want every person identified, and we want to verify that they're not dangerous to the kids on our campuses.
Schools who use Raptor make campus visitors like parents, contracted workers, or delivery people show identification at the front office. This ID is scanned and matched against sexual offender databases in Florida and 42 other states. If no red flags come up, a badge is printed with the person's picture, name, and date of the visit. Right now, a visitor to a school campus has to first come into the main office and sign their name in the log. But these logs can be hard to read, even incomplete. That's where the identification system comes in. Everyone who walks through the main office will be in the database.
I think it's going to make the job that the law enforcement folks have a lot easier to perform than we've been able to help them in the past.
Collier schools have budgeted more than $400,000 for the system. For parents, a small price to pay for peace of mind.
I think it's a great idea for the safety of our kids.
A person can just come walk in here and just wonder and probably grab a child and walk out.
For Meesum and likely the rest of the state, making sure that doesn't happen is one way to remember a life taken too soon. Reporting in Collier County with photojournalist Joel Katner, I'm Jason Farrell for NBC2.